Hello.
Hey, Chandler.
Yes. Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you so much. First off, I just want to say congratulations on winning our sweepstakes.
Thank you very much. It was a very pleasant surprise.
That's great. That's great. Well, I just want to first off start asking questions about yourself. Can you tell me a little bit about you, how you found the Coin app, and kind of just what you do day to day with it?
Sure. Um, so I live just outside of Atlanta. I'm a realtor by profession, father, grandfather, et cetera, et cetera. And I originally found the Coin app just looking through, just researching ways I could earn some free, cryptocurrency while I'm traveling and things of that nature because I drive a fair amount as an agent. So of course, Coin app's a no brainer, and put that on, tried it out, love a lot of the features about it. Actually enjoy driving. Should have been a truck driver, but like the map interface, you can put a satellite version so you can actually see what's around you on the road, which I thought was fascinating. And then of course the opportunities to earn that cryptocurrency for free initially, but then I got a premium plan, but I was still earning enough to more than pay for it, which makes it worthwhile. And now, obviously, having this helmet is just the cherry on top for sure.
That's amazing. How recent did you get into crypto, or have you been a crypto enthusiast for a while?
Um, it's been at least a couple of years. Honestly, I don't remember how long it's been, but it's certainly been for a couple of years that I've had this account. And I think I probably wasn't delving into crypto too much before that,
Mhm.
because on the one hand, it's one of those things where there's still a lot of uncertainty, right? It could work out really well, it could not. But when you look at the risk reward ratio, it's a no brainer because it's free. It's not costing me anything. So, what's the worst that can happen? I don't lose anything. So, who cares?
Exactly, especially coming from you from being a realtor. I mean, there's a bunch of things where you can go into a house and be like, I don't know if I'm going to make any money from this house, but like, let's just invest in it. So I can totally see your brain working on this as well, like that. My next question is for you. Like, since you just won the sweepstake, have you owned any other NFTs in the past, or is this your first one?
Nope.
Like, what do you kind of know
I
about
was
it?
a I was an
Okay.
NFT virgin.
Oh,
This is
nice,
my first.
nice.
Yes. Which was what made it so amazing because I've considered minting one of the lesser quality versions, and I was like, yeah, I'm not sure I could justify that. And now I've broken through that glass ceiling, I guess you could say.
My next question for you is like, besides the driving, because you do a lot of that for your day-to-day job, what other strategies do you use to maximize the way you earn on coin?
So the I do the surveys occasionally, not as often as I used to. But I still like to do grab a sweepstakes. I mean, a survey here or there. Um, Sometimes I'll utilize the reward tasks,
Hmm.
just depending on the situation. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't because of where I'm going and what I'm trying to accomplish. And sometimes when you're busy, you forget. I'm like, oh crap, I just drove 100 miles and I could have put that on a reward task and probably gotten a few more points out of that. Now I will say the interesting impact, aside from the obvious, that this helmet has done is it's kind of made me refresh and it's a little more present in my mind than it was before. Like the driving part was habit, so that was never
Mm-hmm.
it was just kind of automatic. But some of the other stuff that I used to do and then kind of dropped off for a little bit has kind of been like, oh, maybe I need to revisit this and really start looking back at this. So, because I used to play some of the games, and I'd play some of the games, I'd do some of the surveys, I'd do some of the other reward tasks occasionally, and then some of that stuff just kind of fell off. But this kind of refreshed that.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. My next question for you is, do you have any advice for new coin users? I mean, obviously, you have your habits set in on how you like to earn. For a new user who may not know what to step into, because, like you said, surveys, rewarded tasks, driving, What would be your advice to them?
If you want to get a jump start, don't turn off the app, honestly, because people forget, like most applications, if you're not using them, you shut them down. Now, having said that, you probably need to keep it plugged in, but who doesn't keep their phone plugged in anyway? So let it run 24 hours a day. And, don't, I hoarded a fair amount, not millions, but a good amount of the coins before I traded them in. Uh,
Oh,
and
nice.
and so I have some of that going for me as well. And I was doing them in increments of 200 or 300,000 at a time.
Oh,
So
wow. That's
yeah,
awesome.
so I was, so yeah, in my mind, and it's the numbers don't really make a difference, but for me, I like to go a little bit bigger with stuff like that. You just hold on, hit 100,000, and then look for the right set of circumstances, because it's a very volatile market. So one day to the next, no way to predict or to time it exactly, but at least you can usually see a trend one way or the other, and then grab you some, and just let that sit, let that sit. For somebody that's more patient than me, or maybe drives more or gets more points on a daily basis, heck, hold out for the big dogs. Get that piece of Bitcoin.
Mm, yeah.
I'm not there, but I've thought about it. I just don't have the patience to wait that long. And I am hopeful and optimistic, that that our coin, that our currency will rise again, because it has sharply a few times. I would love to see that happen again. And the economy and politics are all going to play into that. And it could go. I don't think it's going to get any lower, really, but I could certainly, there's plenty of room above, and that's really what I'm looking for in that respect.
So that's really interesting. So you've, redeemed a few times. Have you always redeemed for crypto, or have you redeemed like for a physical item? Like, are there
Just
any,
crypto.
no,
No,
just
just crypto.
crypto.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it goes back to the original reason why I even started doing it. It was
Hmm.
free. It was no risk. So maybe it sounds counterintuitive to some people, but I'd rather take that risk-free potential earning and continue to leverage that more and more. It's kind of like a mini compounding exercise, compound interest everybody talks about. You start with $10, and before you know it, you have a million. Well, along the same philosophy. So
Yeah, no, I love that. That's really exciting to hear. More questions about you is like if you had like a new feature to add to Coin that would help you with your day to day for like your driving or anything else like that, what would you want to add to our app?
ooh, that's a good one. Um, that's really a tough one, because it's very, in my mind, very well rounded now.
No pressure. Just
Yeah,
curious
no,
if you
I
had
know.
any ideas.
I can't take it. Uh, I mean, honestly, I can't really, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head that would make things better than they are, because I'm able to leverage all the main features pretty regularly. And when I don't, it's nobody's fault but my own. It's not like there's a deficiency from the app or anything like that. So honestly, I can't think of anything that would be at this point that would be helpful.
Well, that's great. Well, bouncing off of that, like, do you have a favorite feature? Maybe even one you don't even really use, but you think it's cool, or anything that helps you earn more? Just curious.
Um, it's funny, because I like to play games on my phone. So trying out some of the games and getting the rewards from that is pretty entertaining. And I mentioned earlier, I think the map interface where you can actually see a satellite view, for me personally, is I'm just curious about my surroundings. So I like to
Mm.
turn that setting on so I can see, like, okay, I'm driving through this 2-lane road, and it's heavily wooded on either side. What's on the other side of those woods? Oh, look at that. There's a house, or there's a business, or whatever the case may be. And I mean, obviously you have Google Maps for all that kind of stuff, but not while you're driving. You can't do that while you're driving. So it's really
Yeah.
kind of neat, because you're getting everything you need all at the same time. And I can pair it with, I can have my GPS still active on my phone in the corner, so I can still get my directions, but then I get this gorgeous view of what's my surroundings look like, and it's pretty neat. I've always enjoyed that particular feature.
That's great. That's great to hear. So many people that we interview, especially our winners for sweepstakes, they are huge drivers.
Mhm.
So we're just so excited to see so many people earn that way because it's the easiest way to earn. So that's great. I don't have any more questions for you, but I am curious for my last one, just to learn more about you. Like, what are your next steps, maybe for crypto? What are your next steps for investing? Like, do you have any like big term goals for this app?
So for the app, I think the only goal that I would have that I'm not already achieving is just setting aside a little bit more time to earn a little bit more coin now. And again, mainly because I've just gotten this great boost, so I may I'm trying to make the best of it. Crypto in general, I'll probably continue along exactly what I'm doing, just accumulating coin over time and then looking for those opportunities to trade out when values are favorable for me. But again, at the end of the day, no risk really.
Mhm.
There's it's really no risk. I'm Most of the activities I'm doing to earn coin, I would earn I would be doing anyway in some form or fashion. I obviously would still be driving. And I like to play games on my phone, so I'd still be playing games. I just might be playing different ones. And
Mhm.
then getting back into the surveys, that's a great way to kill 5 minutes here or there. Typically I can get them knocked out in 5-10 minutes unless it's a longer one. But even the long ones, I can't remember last time I took one. It took me more than 15 minutes to get to. So, I mean, it's bang, bang, you got a couple minutes and you're sitting, might be waiting for an appointment to show up or something like that,
Mhm.
and at that point I'm not driving. So my earnings go down from that perspective. So I can bang out, a survey or two real quick and boom, I'm, get some bonus points on that.
Wow, you are so organized with the way you earn. I love it. You are
I,
just ready to go.
yeah. I mean, I try to make the best use of it that I can. It's certainly not perfect. I know I've seen some of the Facebook stuff and things like that where people have done other things to maximize even more so. But some of that just doesn't, for various reasons, doesn't work for me. But I know they're out there should something change.
Mhm. Well, that's great. I just appreciate you so much for hopping on this call with me. If you
Absolutely.
have any other comments, please feel free to message me or email me, and I'd love to get on a call with you again. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Chandler, it's very nice to meet you today, and thank you again. I am very excited. I'm not an excitable person, but I am very excited that I got this, and I'm excited I've had the opportunity to leverage it already, and will continue to do so.
That's fabulous. Thank you so much, Mike. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Yes. Take
Okay,
care.
bye.
Bye.